And welcome back to Electric Bike Mark. On this video, I'm going to be riding the AIPAS M1 Max, as you see it right there. And what I want to talk about on today's video is a situation where you get an e-bike that's class 2 or class 3, but it comes shipped as class 2, but you can unlock it to class 3, 28 miles per hour. Now, in some instances, the bike is throttle only to 20 and then pedal assist to 28. But sometimes it comes where it's already unlocked throttle to 28. And what if you don't want that? You know, they never tell you that it's going to unlock to 28. Not all companies do this, but it's happening quite a bit. And so I want to talk a little bit about that. So, and why is that? So the primary reason companies allow users to unlock a 28 mile per hour throttle, even though it technically violates standard class 2 and class 3 definitions, is to meet consumer demand while shifting legal liability to the rider. Why 28 mile per hour throttle is technically illegal. Under the standard US 3-class system, the law separates pedal assist and throttle speeds for specific safety and regulatory reasons. Class 2 is a throttle legal, must cap all motor assistance, both throttle and pedal assist, at 20 miles per hour. Class 3 allows pedal assist up to 28 miles per hour, but technically Class 3 e-bikes should not have a throttle, or that throttle must strictly cut off at 20 miles per hour. The moped threshold: any vehicle that can go faster than 20 miles per hour using only a motor throttle without human pedaling is often legally reclassified as a moped or motor vehicle. This would require the owner to have a driver's license, insurance, and registration. Why companies allow the unlock? Liability shift. By shipping the bike locked at 20 miles per hour, manufacturers can legally sell it as a class 2 bicycle. If a user enters a code to unlock a 28 mile per hour throttle, manufacturers argues that the user modified the vehicle, making the rider responsible for any legal safety violations. Many riders want the convenience of a throttle, higher speed for commuting, traffic, and recent legal crackdowns in California now require that Class 3 e-bikes sold in the state cannot have a functional throttle at all. So no throttle. Retail bans. Amazon has recently stopped selling high-speed unclassified, or unclassed, I should say, e-bikes in certain states because they exceed these 20 to 28 mile per hour limits without being registered as motor vehicles. So I'm going to hop on and we're going to talk a little bit more about this. And it's very confusing for the buyer because most people that aren't into this e-bike thing, like, for example, myself, I mean, I try to keep up with everything that's going on as much as I can with all of this, and the average person out there doesn't care about that. They just expect that the bike they're buying is legal, especially when it says class 2 or class 3. That's supposed to be legal. But when companies ship you the bike 20 miles per hour and then say, okay, you can unlock it to 28, but when you do unlock it to 28, you find out the throttle also goes 28, because I never know. Whenever I get a bike and unlock it to go to 28, because that's what most times happens, sometimes they're already unlocked, like I say, but a lot of times nowadays, you have to unlock it to 28, change the setting. But they don't tell you that when you unlock it to 28, in some instances, many instances, the throttle also goes to 28, not just the pedal assist and the throttle cutting off at 20. They both go 28, which makes it illegal. So what I'm trying to say right now, basically, is to warn people of this. If you're trying to stay legal, you just want to ride your bike, you don't care about going exceedingly fast or anything, and you'll be fine with the 20 and 28 pedal assist, 20 throttle, then I just want people to know this, that if you unlock your bike and the throttle is capable of going beyond 20, it is no longer considered an e-bike. I'm going to try to get across here. And so just so you know this, you can change the setting to unlock it, and you can change it back to 20 if you're not comfortable with the 28. I just went down this dead-end road. Not that I haven't done this before. Oh well. But yeah, here's what I wish they would do. First of all, I wish they would tell you in bold lettering, by the way, when you unlock this bike, you're not only unlocking the pedal assist speed to 28, you're unlocking the throttle too. I would prefer if the company would just, to make it legal for people and make them fully understand that the bike is legal when you buy it. First of all, I would just, if the bike's capable of going 28, just have it unlocked to 28, whatever the legal situation is for unlocking, which is 20 miles per hour throttle and 28 pedal assist. Why don't they just ship you the bike that way if it's capable of going 28 instead of worrying about the throttle, whether to use the throttle beyond 20 or whatever. I don't know. I just think it's very confusing for people, the buyers out there. A lot of people just don't, they're not keeping up on exactly what's going on every minute of the day with e-bike laws. And for most people, I can tell you that most people are happy with the 20 miles per hour, right? Like, I think most people would be fine with the 20 miles per hour and 28 pedal assist, or even just 20 without unlocking it. So, but I unlock it just in case I need that speed for whatever reason, or that extra, the extra speed. And my normal rides now that I do are basically in the 20 mile per hour range or slightly less. Basically, I'm not out there to do I'm not out here racing to try to see how fast I can get from point A to point B. I'm just out here for a leisure ride. Enjoy the outdoors, get a little exercise in, fresh air. And I like to record videos too and talk about e-bikes. I, like many people, are passionate about them, and I want to see them thrive and be around for a long time. I don't want to see e-bikes go away. So if it takes some tweaking here or there to make them legal and everybody is okay with it, which is never going to be, right? You're never going to please everybody. I can see whenever anyone makes a point about certain things with the bikes, I can see everybody's point. I can see where some people think they're too fast. Some people are, think that the riders are too young. And the helmet thing, it should be kind of like the seatbelt thing in cars, right? Do you remember back when there was no seatbelts in cars? I can remember that. riding a school bus when I was a young child. No seat belts in the school bus. I don't even know if there is today. But and then we got used to it, right? You just by habit, you grab the seatbelt when you get in your car and you click it. It's kind of the same with the helmet, right? If you keep it by your bike, you kind of just get used to it and you just grab your helmet and away you go. I don't think it's a big deal, but here's the thing too. If you're an adult and you understand, or you should understand if you're an adult, no excuses, and you don't want to ride a helmet, you know what? Maybe it's up to you if you don't want to wear one, but if you get into an accident and you're not wearing a helmet and something happens to you accident-wise, and you know, and some of the injuries, which oftentimes happen to head, and you're not protected by the helmet, then you should not be able to, you know, use that as well. I was injured, you know, because I didn't have a helmet on. Well, I think, I don't know, to me it's a no-brainer that you should wear a helmet, but if somebody doesn't want to wear a helmet, then you can't, I guess you can't force them, but I can tell you one thing, that looking ahead in the future here, it looks like, from what I see, if it does come to reality, some of the laws ahead, by 2030, if not before, helmets are going to be mandatory for everyone. So if you're not wearing one right now, let me tell you, it's going to get to a point where you have to wear one. And kind of peeking into the future, from what I saw and what I'm gathering, Class 3, the classes 1, 2, and 3 are not going to go away, despite New Jersey basically abolishing, kind of wiping out the class levels. From what I've looked into, and like in 2030, they're not going anywhere, the class levels as a whole. What is going to change is the speeds. As far as the throttle that I was just pointing out to you, they will no longer be able to go above 20 miles per hour. Despite my thoughts on it are, if the bike's going capable and legally allowed to go 28, to me it should not matter if you are using the throttle or pedal, because the bike is still going at that speed. And I guess when you think about it too, to be fair, with where e-bikes are today, if you think about it, 28 miles per hour is not bad, you know, without having to worry about, at least so far, registering, licensing, insuring your e-bike. If you can go 28 miles per hour, especially if they allow you to do it on the throttle, this guy's going to wait for me, then I think we're actually doing pretty well with that. And but we'll see. It looks like the big crackdown is trying to get rid of bikes that don't have pedals, functioning pedals that actually propel the bike, and the speeds. And it sounds like too, the motor, from what I saw as a whole in the future, it looks like 750 watts is where the line gets drawn, and they're not too concerned with the peak level from what I saw. So we'll see. As long as the bike doesn't exceed 20 miles per hour, can't go anything over 20 with the throttle, not even a little bit, not even 1 mile per hour over. And it can't go above 28 miles per hour. It must cut off at 28 pedal assist. But we'll see for sure. But that's what I saw that's coming in the future. So they're kind of trying to reel this in, and the onus is going to be on the owner, the manufacturers too, to make sure these bikes are compatible with law, and kind of rely on that, and more than the rider, unless the rider does a DIY and sets up a bike, then they're liable for anything that goes above the legal speed limit and power. All right, that's going to do it for this video today on Electric Bike Mark. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave a comment on this or any other videos that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.